all of you. Today I'll be discussing with you pivot table, okay, and pivot chart, how to use that in Excel. So this is my Excel file with data. So it has got columns with order ID, product, uh, carrots, banana, broccoli, everything. So there's another one called category. It tells whether it is a vegetable or fruit, and amount and date and country. Okay, so I'll tell you how this can be transported to a pivot table, and then how to use that table for further analysis. Okay, so go to insert, and here pivot table is there. Click pivot table. So since it is already selected and kept, it will automatically come which all cells to be selected. Otherwise you have to just drag and select the columns and rows. Okay, and now the output will go to a new worksheet. So this is the new worksheet. So now we have to identify what you are going to do with this pivot table. Okay, so this is analysis of the data available. Okay, so now I want to know country wise. Okay, country wise output regarding this vegetable. Okay, so I will show you one dimensional. Okay, just okay. So first I'm going to put the products. Okay, the products will come as the rows. Okay, so I'll drag the product and put it in the rows. Okay, and now values here I want amount to come. Okay, so I'm just putting amount here. Okay, and now we can apply filter. So filters, I'm going to put country in the filter. So this is one dimension. Okay, so here this is one simple pivot table. Okay, now we can just click here and select which all countries. Now it is all countries. So suppose you want to know about the Australia. Okay, so from this sheet I am just selecting the country as Australia. So this corresponds to Australia. Okay, the fruit name and the sum of amount for each fruit. Okay, for each fruit uh, from Australia. Okay, how much amount it is coming, that's what shown here. Okay, so we have taken different products here: apple, banana, beans, like the different products we have taken, and then the sum of each product, and then the total, grand total. So we can apply here multiple items can be selected. You can select Australia and Canada. Okay, so it will show you correspond to Australia and Canada. So I'm just selecting all. And another thing that you can do from here is you can just select here, right mouse click, and then summarize values as count. Okay, so if you take this count, okay, so it will tell you how many apples, how many rows with apples, okay, how many rows with carrots, how many rows with broccoli, like that. Okay, that's what if you take the count and the total count. And here you can choose, suppose you want to know about United Kingdom, click here, and then okay, so this corresponds to United Kingdom. So apple, 4 rows with apple correspond to United Kingdom, like that. And you can sort also. Okay, suppose I'm just clicking all, and now you can just right mouse click here and sort. from small to highest. Okay, so like that sorting function is there, and here you can summarize values as maximum. Okay, so, or average. Okay, so average of the amount. Okay, you can change here as maximum amount. Okay, all these things you can do. Maximum amount of beans. So you can just bring it back as sum. So this is the basic pivot table. I hope you have understood. So this is the functionality here. Filter, you add filter. So here country, by country you are filtering, and rows, the products. So here the products. This is, we are taking this as the rows. So we have put products in the row and sum of amount here. So you can change here also, or you can right mouse click and change here what you want. Okay, summarize values. So these things will come, and also here show values, percentage of grand total, like that. You can take it like that also. Okay, percentage. Okay, how much percentage of mango? 5.54 percentage of the total. So all these things are there. So now I will tell you about the two dimension. Okay, so this is basically one dimensional simple pivot table. Okay, so I'll tell you about the two dimensional. Okay, just a minute. So I'm going to make a new pivot table. Insert pivot table, the new worksheet. Okay, so I'm going to make a two dimensional. Okay, so I want to the product the product will go to columns. Okay, product will go to columns and country will go to rows. Okay, country will go to rows, and filter category will go to filter, and the amount will go to values. Okay, just a minute, getting a code. So now we have made a two-dimensional pivot table. Okay, so here rows we have put the countries, and columns we have put the products, and filter we have put the category. So you can click here, and now if suppose you want the fruits only. Okay, so the fruits only will come. Suppose you want the vegetables only. Okay, vegetables only will come. So you can click here all. Okay, so here you can right mouse click and then summarize values by count. It will show you the count. Okay, so from Australia, how many rows with apple? Australia, how many rows with banana? Australia, how many rows with beans? Like that. Okay, so again you can change the category here. You can just put fruits, and then you can get the count of the fruits. This is very simple. Okay, so now I'm going to add the pivot chart. So I'm going to make it full. Okay, full, and then I'm going to make the pivot chart. Okay, so it will show you the samples. So I'm going to take this. So this is the pivot chart. So the beauty is that if you make any change here, that change will be reflected in the chart immediately. Okay, so I'm going to make it select only one country. Okay, and then I'm going to put okay. See, it has changed. Okay, so this is showing only now with respect to United States. So now if I again select all and then okay, it will go back. So suppose if I change here, count to sum, it will be reflected here. Okay, so that is pivot chart. I hope you understood. So just a recap. Select the data you want to convert to pivot table. Select the data, and here you can select which all variables or which all columns to be selected as filters, as columns, as rows, and what you want here. Okay, suppose you want the count, you can change here, average, maximum value, all these things can be changed here. Right mouse click here, summarize values by. Okay, and category here, filter, you can apply filter here. Okay, I hope it is clear to you. If you got any doubt, please comment. I'll try to answer that. Okay, thank you very much.